Okay. Alright. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is a test. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is a test. Testing. Alright, if everything has gone well, we are live. At least I think we are. Things look good on my stream manager, but first and foremost, for whoever may be in the chat, I don't think anyone is going to be in the chat, but for whoever may be in the chat, please let me know how I sound in terms of my voice, and then when we get into the actual gameplay and stuff, you can, excuse me, you can let me know how that sounds and all that stuff. But for now, how do I sound? Do you even hear me? And am I too loud, too low? Uh, Here we go. We got the homie the Talene in the chat, and he says hello. It's been a while, I think, and you sound good. Thank you very much, Talene. Always glad to see you coming out for these, and thank you for letting me know that I sound good. Other people also feel free to let me know, just in case it is bad for other people. But if I sound good, it's great. Alright, I'm gonna get into the reveal here of the shenanigans we're gonna be up to tonight. The game the game tab that I put in kind of gives it away, but yeah, this will be an interesting test stream, and it'll be interesting to see what kinds of shenanigans I get up to with this in the future. Because this is a test stream, I still don't know what I'm gonna do with this stuff in the future, but for now at least, this is what this is a little test to test the waters with something interesting, because I've been wanting to get to this level for a hot minute, and it's gonna be fun. But yeah, how are you, Talene, or anyone else in the chat? How are you doing today? Again, I don't expect a turnout for this stream because this is a very short notice stream. I'm only doing this because I was extremely bored and I just really felt like streaming for a little bit. I was gonna be playing this game anyway to kill some time, so I figured, what the heck, why not stream it? Because I need to test this game anyway and see if I can stream it before I do anything else. So I figure this is a good time to do it. The Pokemon Presents. Oh, don't even bring it up, bro. Don't even bring it up. Don't even bring it up. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Trust me. We're going to get into that. As soon as I get the gameplay going, we'll talk about that. We are definitely going to talk about that for sure. There's another topic I also want to cover that is going to be a little tonally inconsistent with our game here today. But it might also help because this is one of my favorite games, so. But yeah, oof. That Presents, bro. Don't even get me started. It was a hot mess. Ugh. I even considered doing like a video on the channel about it, but I don't know. I don't have the energy for that, bro. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen, move on, and wait for the Mario Direct on Friday. That's all I'm gonna do, bro. But it's almost, since we're about 7 minutes into this, I think it's time for the game reveal. It is time. I wanted to see if we get anyone else talking in the chat before I do the reveal of this game. But if it's just Talene, that's fine. I didn't expect a huge turnout for this since this is a short notice stream. But, excuse me. But I'm glad to have the boy Talene here, and either way, I'm gonna be having fun with this. I'm gonna enjoy playing one of my favorite games, and because that's right, people. Tonight, ooh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be streaming Kirby Star Allies. Now you're probably thinking, Nux, hold on. So, Nux, we've seen you stream NES games, SNES games, GBA games, like all sorts of stuff. We've seen you stream like pretty old systems and a little more recent systems with GameCube with running Dolphin and stuff like that. But surely you're not you're joking, right? You're not gonna be actually streaming a Switch game, an actual modern game. You're kidding, right? No, I am not, because I have proof that we are gonna be streaming Kirby Star Allies, and the proof is in the gameplay itself. And there it is. If everything is going well, it should be on screen right now. And let me know how the gameplay sounds. The volume is down, so don't worry about that for now. But in a second, I will begin adjusting that, and then I'll start getting into the game. And then we're going to see how well this runs for my first stream with this game, because it is going to be very interesting. This is my first time streaming a Nintendo Switch game, an actual recent game, so it's going to be really, really, really interesting. As for how I'm streaming this game, I'm not going to reveal my methods per se, for the safety of my Twitch, because I don't know. I don't know how Twitch guidelines work with all that. But all you need to know is that I do legally own this game. Like, obviously, I love this game. Kirby Star Allies is one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite Kirby games. And I love this game. Like, I could talk about how good this game is all day, but all you need to know is I do legally own it. I love this game. And yeah. So any Switch games that I play in the future through this method, just know that I wouldn't be playing them on screen if I didn't have at least some actual access to them through means. But that's a whole other topic for another day. But anyway, so I'm going to play some Kirby Star Allies. We're going to see how well this runs, because getting this game to stream and recording it was an interesting experience. Setting this up took about 3 hours, and like actually, and when I got it running, it was fine for the most part. But sometimes in a few levels, it didn't work well. And then when I got to the final boss, because obviously the final boss of this game is 3D, and this is a pretty simple 2D Kirby game, so it was running fine then. But getting to that final boss, it crashed instantly, and I like died. It was the most hilarious thing. That like Void Termina is so strong. He broke my computer, y'all. That's how strong he is. Oh my goodness. But Talene says the worst Kirby game, people say, and I guess I already made my video talking about, the whole Star Allies debacle thing, so I'm not gonna repeat too much about that, but I do think this game gets more crap than it deserves. Again, I do also understand the critiques to it, because again, this is a very short game in terms of the main campaign, and when the game was first released, it was very bare bones and lacking in content, and it was not worth $60. Like, for as much as I like this game, is it worth $60? No. Like, at least when it initially launched. Like, even with the updates that they had coming at first, it was pretty bare bones. And this is coming from like a diehard of this game. But once we started getting a lot more of the content, especially like all the post game stuff, that's where I think this game truly evolved and became like a really great game. I still wouldn't say it beats a game such as Superstar Ultra or Return to Dreamland. And one game I need to play is I need to play Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I need to get to that game. Because I hear that game has some crazy stuff, and I think Return to Dreamland would be a fun game to play on this channel. It's another one of my favorite games of all time, and playing the deluxe version and seeing how different it feels from the older one would be an interesting thing going to happen. But yeah, this is other than that, I'm probably boring y'all to tears with my rambling at this point. I don't even know if anyone else is in the chat and can hear me at this point. I think it's time to get to the gameplay, so I'm going to start adjusting the volume, and y'all in the chat let me know how it sounds. I have to keep it a bit low so that it's not overpowering my voice or being too loud. So chat, how does the game audio, and my voice in conjunction with it, how does it sound right now? Let me know that right now. I'm gonna wait and see what the chat says, and then before I do anything else, and see whether or not this game explodes when I start playing it on stream. The Talene says the game audio is good. Alright, so the game audio is good. You can hear it at least. It's not too low. I don't need to turn it up, or I don't need to turn myself down or anything like that. It's all good. If so, then I will go ahead and get started. And for anyone coming into the chat, also let me know how I sound audio-wise and how the game sounds audio-wise. All that good stuff. The Talene says it's good though, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this party started. Alright. This is gonna be interesting. So, I should say right now that, again, I've never played this game on stream. Playing it on my PC just regular without other shenanigans in the background, it was alright, but again, in the beginning, before I adjusted setting stuff, it crashed a few times. And then when I fought that 3D final boss, it went horrible. So, we're gonna have to see how well this goes for a stream, because XSplit really pushes my PC sometimes, and it's going to be interesting to see if I can stream this successfully. So let's go ahead and play the first level. We're just going to play the first level, and then we'll play another level, and then we're going to try the final boss and see whether my PC explodes or not. This is going to be fun. So y'all ready in the chat? Y'all good? Whoever may be in the chat. Again, I think it's just the Talene. Twitch says one other person is here, but I don't believe it. I think they just give you an extra viewer to make you feel good. Oh my goodness. And that's no disrespect to anyone who is here. That's just me joking. A little quiet in the chat. I don't think anyone might be there. Talene, you still here with us? Everything sounding and looking good? And he says, yeah, I am. So he's still here with us. And so I'm guessing everything looks good on his end still, because he hasn't called out anything. So don't be afraid to say if anything looks off, my man. Or a homie, or, you know. But let's get this party started. Let's get into the actual gameplay, and let's see how well my PC can handle this. So here we go. Alright, this is going to be interesting. World of Peace, Dreamland. I made a tweet about this, but the absolute nerve of this game to call Planet Popstar the World of Peace, like it's not getting invaded every other weekend, is hilarious to me. Like, for those who don't know the intricacies of Kirby lore, things get pretty wild on this peaceful looking planet. Like, don't let the peacefulness fool you. Things get pretty crazy around here, but let's go to the first level. Do we want to take someone with us? Let's just play it basic. See what happens. And then as we get to the gameplay, I'll talk a bit about what y'all mentioned. Swat. Okay. And just so you know, this is actually me controlling. Like, look, this is me lollygagging right here. So let me know how everything looks as I progress with this. So far it's running pretty well. Oh, I forgot to turn rumble off. I hate rumble on this controller. It always feels weird. Hold on, I think I can do it right now. Can I? Dang it. Oh wait, here it is. Oh crap! Oh crap! Hang on. Okay, I thought I crashed it for a second. No, it just pulled up a different menu. But yeah, it looks like it's running pretty smooth so far. But I gotta turn Rumble off because that annoys me so much. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And then I'll come back to the stage. But so far it looks like it was running pretty good. So that's nice. Alright. Here we go. Off. Because I hate it. Alright. Back to the game we go. So the Talene still hanging with us here? Or is anyone else chilling in the chat? Because now now that we know that it's working, at least for now, at least, I'm just gonna play the game and I'm gonna talk. So what do I talk about first? I could talk about Kirby Brain Rot, but no one's in the chat, so I'd just be rambling to myself. So maybe I'll just vent about the Pokemon Presents, is what I'll do. And yeah, this is a really good Kirby game. It definitely does. It definitely does respect the series. But let's get into the game now. So let's talk about that Pokemon Presents. What an absolute waste of time that was. Like, I wake up early this morning, and my expectations, for these types of Nintendo Pokemon shows, like, they're not that big anymore as is. But on top of, like, my expectations already being low, I at least expected something of substance with this show. Something that would be, like, really worth the time. And, like, worth all this, all this madness of making us wake up early. But what do we get, bro? What do we get? Like, we get the usual mobile update stuff, which, fine, okay, of course, gotta update that for the people who care about that stuff. But then on top of that, like, they spend so much time on Pokemon Sleep, and it's like, did we really need this much time on Pokemon Sleep? Like, why, bro? Why? My expectation, the only thing I expected was the DLC for Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, that's the main thing everyone expected, and it's good that they at least delivered on that. But, like, I was hoping for a little something extra, something that was a little less expected. That would, help make this a little more interesting. And I think the big thing everyone wanted was Mystery Dungeon and obviously the Pokemon NSO games. The NSO games, like, in hindsight, that was a pipe dream, of course, because Pokemon knows how valuable its brand is, and they're gonna make us sit and wait however long they want us to wait. Like, man, like, just like, if you're that money hungry, at least put it on the eShop. At least make it an option. Like, stop making us wait for games that people want to buy and pay for. Like, that would add such, like, drive to pay for the actual online service. or people would go out and buy those games if you put them on the eShop. But no, they just make us wait and wait and wait for games, and it's so annoying. Like, I really like Nintendo, but one of the worst things about them lately is how they're making us wait for games, and yet we got to also deal with games that have issues like lacking content. So it's like, what is going on here? Ugh. I do plan to talk about Nintendo. I plan to get back to Nintendo and make a video on their recent shenanigans soon. But like, I've just been so busy with so many other stuff, like, and not necessarily like a bunch of personal stuff. Like, it with some of it, yeah, it is kind of personal stuff, but also um, it's also kind of just like a general thing. Like, I just want to take time to do other stuff. Like, there's shows I want to watch. There's games I want to play. Stuff like that. So, like, that's the only reason that I've been gone for a minute. But yeah, how's the gameplay looking? The game has not crashed on my end. So how's it looking on how's it looking on Twitch? It's looking pretty smooth on Twitch. I just checked the tab with that, and it's looking pretty dang good. So that's nice. The Talene says, with the lacking content thing, that's more of an issue with the multiplayer titles. Which, yeah, it's definitely an issue with the multiplayer titles specifically. Not necessarily the every Nintendo game like some people would have you believe. But like, it's definitely still a bit of an issue right now that I hope they address eventually. Jesus Christ. I like this game, but one of my issues with it is it just hands you lives. Like, that life system is basically useless. They might as well have dropped it for this game. Because look at how many lives I have, bro. And on top of that, this goal game is so easy to win. I didn't hit the button there. But you can, like, easily get to the top with no effort. So it is so easy to farm lives in this game that's ridiculous. Also, Talene, I saw your comment about feeling bad for Strikers people. Yeah, they especially got done extra dirty by this lacking content issue. Extra dirty. Talene, I'm gonna let you pick a dream friend. I'm gonna let you pick one of our crazy friends to bring on our Kirby game test, so feel free to name drop who you want to get. I don't know if you know the characters of this game, but Bandana D? Alright, Bandana D it is. Let's see. Can we get him? There we go. Let's drop you. Yeah. Just crazy stuff, my dude. Back to that Pokemon Presents though, like, I think if they had just had a little more of an announcement with some substance, it just wouldn't have been so bad. He's my favorite Kirby character. I love how he went from a cameo to one of the main characters. Yet Bandanity's been on a wild journey. He's been on a heck of a journey. He went from like a character that existed in that weird subgame in Superstar where you bust the planet in half to this random minion who decides to fight Kirby in DDD's honor, to the fourth player because he just happened to be with DDD when Magalor and them was up to his shenanigans. And then he's player 2 in Forgotten Land. He like really stepped up. I'm gonna say this now. I will never trust those who disrespect Bandana Waddle Dee and just call him like Hat Goomba. Never. This is why Smash fans have no rights. This is why y'all getting busted up by Steve in the meta right now, because y'all disrespected the boy. Someone's gonna clip that out of context and like get me canceled on Twitter or something. Oh my goodness. With Forgotten Land in particular, there's no excuse why he isn't in Smash. Yeah, like, it's getting ridiculous at this point. Like, we need a new Kirby rep, and I just feel like he deserves it. Like, obviously, there are characters who would have a little more unique choices, but I think Bandana D just deserves it more. Like, I feel like he has really grown to represent the modern Kirby era a lot. And I just feel like he deserves it for that reason. You could make a case that there's other characters, like Magalor, for example. He also represents the modern Kirby era pretty well, and he would obviously have a way more unique moveset. But I don't know. I just like Bandana D because he's just really earned his spot as a main character. And I've literally wanted him in since Smash 4. Like, that's part of the reason I want him so bad, too. Like, I've wanted this character for so long. Like, he should have been in Smash 4. That's like, if Sakurai weren't biased, he would have been in Smash 4. And I don't even hate Sakurai. Like, obviously people think I have like some hate boner for Sakurai just because I criticized him in that one video, and I do some other times. But obviously not. You don't know me if you think I hate Sakurai, because like in every Smash video I make, I literally praise his name to the sun. So they don't know what they're talking about. I think I got the Taranza statue there. Can we get an F in the chat for Taranza, y'all? Others would be great too, but absolutely Bandana D deserves it the most. Let them know. Let them know. And keep in mind, I really would be okay with some of the other characters. Like, literally throw in anyone from this game in particular. Like, this game specifically went out of its way to give every Kirby, almost all of the main cast, like all the major Kirby characters, a moveset. There's no excuse, not one of them could have been added to Smash for a new Kirby rep. No excuse, bro. Like, even Marks. Like, I want Marks, kinda, because I think he'd be a great Kirby villain rep, since I think he captures the Kirby villain energy so much. But I also feel like, low-key, he's one of the most likely Smash new Kirby reps if Sakurai comes back, because he's one of the few major Kirby characters left that Sakurai made that he would probably add into the game. That's one reason why I'm like, That's one reason I'm like, I don't know how to feel about all that. But I would love Marks in Smash. I would pop off from Marks in Smash, even though there's other characters I would put in before him. If it were up to me, like some of the characters I want in Smash, um, who do I want in? I want Bandana D. Obviously, I think he's long overdue. I'd actually like to get Adeline in there because I think not only obviously she could be a nice female rep for the game, but I think she would be an interesting character to get in there as well. To kind of like fill out the squad. Like we have the Return to Dreamland squad, then Adeline and Ribbon, they share moveset, so they can be with Kirby, DDD, and Bandana D and be the 64 squad, and that can represent those games. And then obviously for the villain, I would want Marks. Like there are other characters you can make the villain, but I think Marks just fits that role to a T. You could even argue Magalore as the villain, quote unquote, but obviously he's not necessarily a bad guy per se anymore. Smash seriously has an issue with franchise representations. Jeb complained. Yeah, and I did too. In my Byleth rant, I complained about it, and multiple people like complain about it on Twitter every other week. It really does because some series just get like a ton of love, and then some just get done dirty. They get done extremely dirty for no reason. I feel like beating up DDD, so let's go beat up DDD. Man, isn't there a reward if you light all these? Let me see. I don't think I did that my first time. I'll try and do it and see what happens. Oh. Maybe I'm tripping. Ah! Always hate you so much, Bugsy. Another character that is really long overdue is Dixie Kong. King K. Rool helps so much, but DK also needs some. Man, DK needs love overall as a franchise, bro. It was kind of sad that they skipped out on the 40th anniversary. Like, we need more DK love out here. But yeah, I would also love Dixie Kong. Dixie is another character who deserves it. Like, some series don't even need a whole bunch of characters. Like, if you could just throw in one more character for some series, it would help so much. Like, for example, why on does Sonic not have a second rep, but we got like another Belmont? Like, what is going on out here? Oh yeah, Miyamoto did mention it on the presentation, but yeah, but the Mario movie is clearly like a Mario thing and something they'd been working on. So, it wasn't actually something for DK's 40th anniversary. They didn't even make like a Twitter post for it. Like, I swear, whoever's running that Twitter be lacking sometimes. Like, they remember some anniversaries, but then they just forget others. It's just weirdness. If y'all don't hurry, I was gonna say, if y'all don't hurry up, open the door. Goofing. Yeah, I'm not bothered by it like some people will get out there. Like, some people will get, like, extra mad. But I'm not super bothered by it, but they definitely could do a little better with acknowledging some of these anniversaries. And don't get me started on the actual content. Like, I swear, like I said on Twitter, I swear, Kirby is the only one who does it right. Like, Kirby has had such a steady stream of content on the Switch. It's crazy. There he is, Big D, Triple D. And yeah, of course they respect Kirby because like that's their baby. But you would think Nintendo would treat Mario the same way, but sometimes they'd be forgetting. They'd be forgetting how to treat him properly, and that's annoying. Like, obviously Mario gets a lot of love. Like some people are acting like Mario is a dead series, which no. But I can definitely understand the people that think like Mario's not getting treated as well as Kirby, because you got stuff like 3D All Stars, which is just not nearly as good as Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Boy. Ooh. What's your name? Come over here, help me clean the food. So I can restore the homies. Yeah, let's not let's not start on Sonic. Sonic is his own thing. Speaking of Sonic. Ooh boy, I need to get the Frontiers eventually, man. I'm gonna figure out a way to get the Frontiers eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it or something. I don't know about all that. But I will get to it eventually. Your favorite DDD? Yeah, I say DDD is my favorite, but honestly, don't tell anyone about this, Talim, but I'm thinking about making like a joke video where I rank every Kirby character, but it's literally just gonna be me slapping everyone in the S tier, minus a handful of characters, cause I love Kirby's cast so much, bro. Like Kirby has one of the best fictional casts. They're just very all likable characters, and the villains are just very well designed. That's why I love this series so much. And unlike some series, it actually treats like so much of its characters with respect. How are we looking? How are we looking? Let's go get Meta Knight next. And then after we get Meta Knight, we're gonna do the big one. We're gonna do the big one. We're gonna test and see how well the final boss works. Because I'm expecting it to not go as great as it did the first time. Alright, where is Meta Knight? I think he is here. Yeah, he's here. Fun fact, this is one of my first Kirby games, so that's cool. My first was Superstar Ultra, so I've been playing this series for a hot minute now. So old. And yeah, this soundtrack is so good, bro. Nothing but heat. Like, it's easily one of the best soundtracks in the series. Oh, we got a new addition to the chat. Hold on, I gotta pause and read this. Gani, what is up, Gani? How is it going? What up, Nux, my boy? Watching some Case Closed, episode 625. Jeez Louise. That is some One Piece series level number of episodes right there. That's crazy. I don't know I could watch a series for that long, but welcome, Gandhi. Always good to see you in these. Just playing some Star Allies. We're talking some video games, mostly Kirby since I'm playing Kirby. But you are free to bring up other topics, you know, as usual. Alright, here we go, the friend transformations. The FNAF movie, yeah, I hear that they're finally getting the ball rolling on production for that. Bro, I've been waiting for that darn movie for so freaking long, it's ridiculous. Like, I just want it to come out already. I'm not even looking at all the pre-release stuff because I'm just ready for it to come out. Like, I just want to watch the movie and get into it. I'd stopped caring about it after the Pizza Simulator. Is that the last game, I think? The one that's like starts as a regular game but becomes the last one? 'Cause I forget. Yeah, I don't. In terms of the game series, I don't care for it much anymore. But I have been wanting to see what a FNAF movie would look like for a hot minute. Just because I do like the lore of that series, and I think it would make an excellent movie. So I'm curious if they can adapt that and make it look cool. If y'all are interested in some FNAF madness, I recommend that one fan film. Because I know someone finished a big FNAF fan film. I think it was called Night 5 or something like that. I forget what it was called, but it was alright. Obviously, it's a fan film, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's an interesting watch. Excuse me. Water. Alright. Alright, where is this? Okay, it's not here. Gani says, oh, hold on. Dutchlene says, there's a reason it's taken so long trying to get a good script. You, Scott, hold on. Yeah, I know Scott's been having trouble with the scripts and stuff like that. He was trying to get it going, but he didn't like the scripts. Thought they were too campy and didn't really like them, so he rewrote this movie like multiple times. I don't, I forget if he has even a big role on the movie at this state because we know he took a step back from the creative process of FNAF due to all the drama around that. That's a whole other story. Yeah, and he says Pizza Simulator is FNAF 6. And yeah, I know that one. That's the one where it ends with it was supposed to be like kinda the ending of the series, but like not really. And I don't think the series should have ended at 1 because I do like how 2, 3, and even 4 continued the story and built on the lore. I'd even say Sister Location in a few ways definitely made things interesting. It's just that trying to continue the story so much and bring back the main villain, the guy responsible for all this madness, it just kept getting so unbelievable and weird and ridiculous that I was just like, eh. And Duttoline says he's still on the movie. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, that'll hopefully keep things good. Yeah, it's Meta Knight time. There he is. This song is good, but it does not beat his Forgotten Land theme. His Forgotten Land theme is nothing but pure heat. Pure heat. That's another game I would consider doing a playthrough of, maybe. Because I love Forgotten Land. The game is beautiful. I still need to finish my review on it, but it's just like it's a pretty long review. Like the audio is done and stuff like that, but it's a long review. I got a lot to edit and get cleaned up with that. And there's some other projects I'm considering getting to first. Oh, jeez Louise, he is eating my health. I'm not paying attention. I cannot die here. Oh boy. Now let them free. Let them free. Oh boy, they're dead. They are super dead. Kill him. Y'all got this. Get him. Please. Oh my goodness, y'all are trash. Oh, I didn't get to throw the heart. I forgot to throw it. You're supposed to like throw it instantly. Oh, well, I'll get him at the palace. And no, I haven't played the fan games or spin-off games and all that stuff. I've just played the main games. Nice. That's also partially why I'm playing story mode levels, to grind them puzzle pieces. Because I know there are a lot of, you need a lot of those. You need a lot of those for this game. So you know what, I'm done with story mode. Now, let's play, let's do this. Let's play one of these side modes, because that's what I wanted to do tonight. That's what I wanted to do, play these side modes. But yeah, for them, we know the stream can stream this game well, so that's cool. Oh, and he got exposed for sus stuff. Hate to see it, bro. Hate to see it. And that happens, and it's really bad. Like, but alright, let's do guest star. That's what I want to play tonight. Since I let the Talene pick our dream friend for those shenanigans, I'm gonna let I gotta unlock the other dream friends. So first I gotta play someone normal. Alright, I'm gonna let, since I let the Talene pick someone, I'm gonna let Gani have the honor of picking who I will be guest star with first. And this will be interesting. I don't know if you even know anything about Kirby, Gani, but if you do, feel free to pick anyone on screen here. Night. I'm assuming that means Blade Knight. Is that who you mean? I guess there's no other knight really. But just for clarification, you mean Blade Knight, I'm guessing? Yeah, he said yeah, okay. Alright, Sword's not a bad ability to clear it first with, too, so that's cool. Alright, here we go. Speed. You're getting into the Kirby series soon? I definitely recommend it. What platforms do you have? I'm curious. And I can definitely recommend you a game to get into. I should have. I keep forgetting I'm not playing as Kirby, so my jump isn't going to be as smooth. Oh, I forgot I need to befriend someone. Get the heart. Alright, let me see what y'all are saying, because I saw like a whole bunch of text go by. I didn't catch any of that. But yeah, let me know what systems you have, Gotti, and I can recommend a Kirby game for you. Nux, if you could pick a Pokemon region for a Pokemon game? Like, what do you mean? Like, just for any region for, like, the next game to be based off of? Or, like, a region to, like, chill in? Or, I don't know. Sinnoh is my favorite Pokemon region, I'll say that much. Sinnoh is my favorite Pokemon region. So, that's always one I'll probably choose in a scenario. My time is probably going to be like horrible. I forget that this is a time attack mode, I think. So, I don't know. My time is probably going to be horrible. You're on PC, so you mostly play emulators and stuff? Okay, that makes sense. So for a first Kirby game, I definitely recommend Superstar Ultra if you can get a DS emulator going. Because that's probably the best Kirby game to start with. Like, it has a recreation of the first Kirby game in Spring Breeze. It introduces the main cast, like the Return to Dreamland trio. All have an introduction in some way in that game. And overall, it's just the quintessential Kirby experience. That, and it is legitimately one of the best games. So, like, that game is just perfect. Oh, Dream Friend choice again. Oh, who are we gonna pick? Do we have time to pick? Someone throw a Dream Friend. Who do I pick? Either one of you can pick it. Just, oh, I think it stopped. Alright, well, I guess the Talene gets Bandana D again. Yeah, I was gonna wait for one of y'all to pick, but I forget it stops after a bit, so. Welcome to the crew, Bandana D. Been playing the Ratchet and Clank games. I've heard good things about those. I don't know if I'll ever play them because I got a whole other backlog of games to finish, but wouldn't be surprised if they're pretty good. Gani says I don't know half of them. Oh yeah, because you haven't gotten in the Kirby yet. That's my bad, bro. I'm sorry about that. Because I forgot you said that. Alright. Uh-oh. I thought it was about to crash for a second. I think it was just lagging. And yeah, Sinnoh would still be my answer, Gani, the Talene, or whoever asked the Pokemon region question, because again, I love Sinnoh a lot. Oh, pick a real country to become a region. I don't know. I don't know, cause like as long as the region itself is cool, I don't really care what the specific country it is. Like as long as it's like a really cool like, and they do a lot of research for it, and you can clearly tell what location inspired the region, then I don't really care for that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Maybe we can get a region based on the lower part of the U.S. to rep like the South, you know, to rep my turf. That could be interesting. Just have a whole hillbilly, goofy region. Grass koala, fire snake, water platypus. Those could be interesting. Is this a new section? I don't think that I played a section like this. Yeah, Bandana D, he is vibing though. He do be vibing. The Klonoa remake? Is that what you're referring to? Oh yeah, I haven't played Klonoa, but I've heard, again, that's another series I've heard interesting things about. Alright, let's dash, crew. Let's dash. Ain't gonna lie, I thought Klonoa was a reject Sonic character. He does have that energy. He very much has that energy. Already found a boss. It's almost boss time. Trying to get Dana D to gear himself up. Oh, we got another one to the chat. Mygo, hello. Welcome. How's it going? Just playing some Kirby. Alright, checkpoint. Nice. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I'm just here playing some Kirby. I'm doing a guest star run. I did some testing by playing some levels before, but now I'm just seeing if I can finish guest star. And yes, I am a Star Allies appreciator. I love this game. The Talene says, "Hey, it's Wispy. Remember the comparisons with this and Green Hill Pain?" Yeah, I do. That's all. That's I went into it in my video. I don't want to repeat it because I'm always repeating myself on that. But yeah, and oh dang it, I took the wrong path because I'm not paying attention. I wish Nintendo were on PC. Yeah, you're gonna be waiting for a long time, my friend, because you know how stubborn they are. Like, I get it, their system isn't perfect, and obviously I don't condone piracy, but, you know, if it's the best option for you, I guess, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. For some of their games, it's not even that big of a deal because they don't even make them available. So it's like, what else are you supposed to do? But that's a whole other topic. I don't even want to get into that. Oh yeah, there's a key here. Where is it? It's up here. See, y'all can see the Kirby brain rot I have. I played these levels so damn much. I like remember their layouts almost to a T sometimes. Emphasis on sometimes. Sometimes I just forget because I'm dumb like that. Alright, let's see. What are we doing now? Oh, cannon. I didn't even realize we were doing that. And yeah, again, this music goes crazy. And that's fair. I can understand that, Gani. Alright, moving along. Yeah, it's definitely healthy that way to have the whole console market and stuff like that, but I don't know what direction the future of gaming is gonna go. Gaming is an unpredictable medium. If y'all don't hurry up and open the gate, good lord. Alright, it's a DDD time. I think Knuckle Joe would. Alright, yeah, let's have you. Let's do it. And of course I'll play Nintendo if it was multiplayer. I mean, I technically already have, like they're on mobile and stuff like that. And obviously, I play Nintendo games on a PC before. So, I'm not gonna lose my mind if their systems do die and they move to PC. Like some people will because they have that attachment to their console brand, but not me. I mean, obviously, I love their systems and stuff like that, but not to that degree. So welcome to the crew, DDD. And yes, well, DDD being revealed was definitely an experience. I'll say that much. It was an experience. I don't even know what else to say about it. And yeah, I do miss the Star Allies hype period. You know, when we were speculating about the Dream Friends, dissecting the lore and all that stuff. Like that was like just the peak of the hype with Star Allies for me. And yeah, Gani, some people, I don't know. It's a whole other mess of things. You'd be surprised, like how much people care about these systems. For me, I just want to play good games. I just want to have fun here. Like all that other stuff doesn't really matter to me. Oh, don't crash. Is it gonna crash? Okay, we're good. It's probably lagging because I've been streaming for a hot minute now. Well, that's a whole big text I gotta pause to read in a second. Wait till I get to the next door. I think we needed a umbrella waddle dee. I don't forget. But let me scroll up real quick and when I pause and see what you typed. Mygo says, I'm not really measuring my attachment to games based on if they're multi-platform or exclusive, but I'd be somewhat depressed since part of what makes Nintendo exclusives unique are the ways that they take advantage of the things the console can do. And yeah, that's a big part of their identity. Like for all of Nintendo's weirdness, that weirdness is their charm. And if they just go to multiplat and make like basic games without their, you know, experimental stuff, it'll definitely be an end of an era for sure. Like it's really hard to tell if it would be the exact best thing for Nintendo since obviously them being so experimental is like a big part to their identity and in some cases their success. Obviously that's also been a detriment to them, which has been shown more than enough times, but I don't know. Nintendo is an interesting company. don't understand the hate for Sonic Colors. Oh, Sonic Colors. Such a game I have such mixed feelings on these days, man. Look, I don't hate Sonic Colors either. It's not a bad game. I never thought it was a bad game. But my opinion on Sonic Colors is just that it's not as great as I remember it, and I definitely think like people who call it the game that saved the Sonic series, that is definitely a statement I don't agree with. But that's another topic for another day. Mygo says, a lot of my internet friends make fun of me because I have a lot of Switch games, but that just happens to be what's most comfy for me. Also, those same people are either powering everything or playing on PS5, which irritates me. Uh, yeah. Okay, so let me think about this. So, d- to Mygo, don't let people judge you for what you want to play on or what types of games you do play. Like, unfortunately, that's always going to be the case because that's just how the gaming market is. Like people who think that they play shooters or whatever are better than people who play basic platformers. Just play what you want, bro. Like if you enjoy shooters, play shooters, and don't let anyone tell you you need to play platformers or whatever, and vice versa for any other genre and stuff like that. Like that gets on my nerves too. And I definitely think like it's not like the worst thing to play on Switch these days, but like I definitely think Nintendo it's getting to like Wii U levels almost where people are like, "Man, you like Nintendo? That's weird." But I don't think it's as bad as it was during the Wii U days per se, where like it feels like it was a curse to play Nintendo almost to people. Those were some dark times. And keep in mind, Gani, like just because people don't like Sonic Colors, that doesn't mean they automatically like games such as Sonic 06 and Shadow Hedgehog. Like just because I think Sonic Colors is all that doesn't mean I think, oh well, Sonic being edgy is obviously the solution, so every edgy Sonic game is automatically better. Obviously not, because if you've seen my Shadow the Hedgehog streams, you know I cannot just stand that game. Watch my. Oh, I think you were there for those streams actually, so you saw me suffering, so you know. Maybe or maybe you weren't there. I don't know, but yeah, like you know damn well I do not care for those games. I just think Sonic Colors isn't as perfect as some people say it is. Like those who say it's a flat out bad game, I don't know if I would agree with that per se, but yeah. That's my opinion on it. I like DS Sonic Colors and that's it. Man, DS Sonic Colors, I have a bit of a slight grudge against that game because everyone calls it Sonic Rush Free due to how similar it plays to the Rush games, but I will never accept that game as Sonic Rush Free. Never. Yeah, we don't need Kawasaki for this time. I forget how long Guest Star is. You might be here for a minute. I missed a puzzle piece. Alright, let me see here. Let me scroll up. Mygo says, I have fond memories of beating Colors Wii in a day while moving back and forth between my grandma's and aunt's houses. That's nice. Again, just because I have a grudge against it doesn't mean you gotta hate it too. If you like Colors DS, that's fine. That's more power to you. I respect that. And yeah, again, I hate it when people call it Sonic Rush free because, first of all, it doesn't continue the Sonic Rush story like Rush Adventure does. There's no Blaze the Cat, so automatically that like disqualifies it. But on top of that, like you have the gameplay. Like Rush was a game where the boost really felt naturally integrated into the level design. Like it really relied on the moves of Sonic and Blaze in that gameplay. Sonic Colors DS obviously relies heavily on the freaking Wisp. So it clearly leans more into the colors angle than it does anything like the Rush gameplay. And that is the reason why I hate it when people call that game Sonic Rush free. Like I get why they do. Like it's very clear that the game is practically kind of like the Rush games due to having a similar system. But like, come on now. And yeah, no trick system. That especially sucks. Oh my goodness. Alright. After this guest star, that'll probably be the end of tonight's stream. Oh, Holtman themes jump scare. But yeah. So anything else that I wanted to talk about? I don't know. I forget. I'd be forgetting. Like sometimes I have like specific things I'd like to talk about on these streams, but I'd be forgetting when it comes time to actually stream. Like, really, I just wanted to do this to like test Star Allies and see how it would run and all that stuff. And I am having a blast. Oh yeah, we need Ice Sword. See, you could break it. Why'd you make me wait? Oh, I could break it. I'm an idiot. I thought you needed ice because it said you needed ice. I forget you can use water too. Mygo says one of my goals is to start making YouTube videos. Hey, I encourage it. It can definitely be fun. You know, I take my sweet time with videos these days. No, Gandhi. Premi did not start the Sonic Colors hate train, quote unquote. Like that game has technically always been in question, especially by those who like earlier games. Premi just, you know, he's just a very, like, he's just very passionate about the 2000 Sonic games. like many other people, but he definitely did not start that. 100%. I can guarantee you. Some people certainly act like it though. Yeah. Where would I rank Skeledirge? Oh yeah, because I did a whole video ranking the starter Pokemon, but I didn't rank the Gen 9 ones. I don't know where I would rank Skeledirge, because I usually like comparing them to where I ranked other Pokemon. Skeledirge would be either somewhere between B or C, maybe. Maybe, because I do like Skeledirge a lot. Like, maybe on a good day I'd bump him up to A, but I'm feeling B. That's where I'm feeling on him. I don't think he's A material per se, maybe? I'll have to ask my homies that I did that video with and see where they would place him, too. Because I don't know. It depends. Oh my goodness, get in there. Mygo says, I'd say it started a few months after Force's release, but it's hard to date opinions. No, again, like, the colors, quote unquote, hate train, like, people have been disliking that game. Because that game has always had flaws, especially those who don't like the comedic Sonic stories. That game started it, so obviously some people have never been the biggest fans of it. Like, trust me, it ain't nothing new. Obviously, the games aren't flawless, Gani, but I don't blame him for his takes in terms of, gassing those specific games up, especially when you got to talk about the current state of these games, in which case, like, Heroes is easily one of my favorite Sonic games, and I would easily put it above some of Sonic Team's current shenanigans. So I don't blame Premi for some of his takes. Like, if y'all ain't know, I'm pretty chill with Premi. Sometimes you'll probably see me in his comment sections memeing about or like ranting. So I'm chill with Premi. Like, I don't agree with every take he has with Sonic, but I do think he be spitting sometimes. Gotta say, I respect where you put Chespin. Yeah, I like Chespin. I think he could have been a little better, especially his Evos, though. His Evos just kind of, they're kind of nasty to me. So sorry if you like his Evos and I rank them a bit low. But besides that, yeah, I do like Chespin. Sonic Labyrinth. Ah, yes, the real worst Sonic game right there. Sonic Labyrinth will always be the real worst Sonic game in my opinion, just due to the fact that it's a Sonic game that where he controls like molasses. Like, I roast these recent games for Sonic's control, but I don't think Sonic will ever control that bad again. At least I hope not. I pray to God not. At least mainline Mario fans, Mygo, because don't forget how bad Paper Mario fans are. Like, things may be peaceful in the mainline Mario community somewhat, but not as much in the RPG community, a Mario RPG community. I'll say that. I still got to do a video on that too. Ooh boy. I love Superstar and Superstar Ultra music so much. This game using old Kirby themes especially just, again, it just contributes to this game soundtrack just being bliss, bro. Ah! Oh, I'm on death's door. Yeah, that's definitely a trend that existed. Jeez, we're stupid low on health. Whoa, we're dying out here. Gosh. We are getting barraged. I think it's boss time. I'm gonna catch up on comments in a second. I just want to keep making progress. Alright, we gotta fight Meta Knight again. Genuinely cannot imagine there being another Smash game after Ultimate. Oh man, that is definitely a discussion. I'll say that much. Ooh, we are gonna be in trouble. Because I nearly died the Meta Knight last time. Oh, I'm fully healed. Okay. I think we'll be alright. I think the guest star version of him is slightly easier. That's why I'm not getting it nearly as destroyed as I was in the story mode. Nice. And we got him this time. Welcome to the team. Oh, I think we're on only on level 2, right? Yeah, we are. All right. Well, I underestimate how long guest star is, so I think we're gonna have to call it a night, folks. But I do appreciate y'all coming out for this stream, and it really means a lot to me. This was really just a test stream, just to see, how things would run with the game and how things would go. Actually, there is one more thing I do want to do, though. We got to see how well. What is it? We got to see how well. Ooh, nice. But yeah, we got to see how well the final boss runs on stream. I got to show that I can do that at least without exploding. But after that, we'll end the stream. But I do want to thank y'all for coming out to this stream. It really means a lot to me. It was mainly just a test stream to, see how if I could run Kirby Star Allies without exploding. But it looks like the game ran pretty decently, and it was fun to play for this game on stream tonight. But for the final thing for tonight's stream, we're going to see how well the Void Termina fight is. I'm not going to play the whole fight, but I'm just going to see if I can run a bit of the 3D madness without my laptop exploding. So, y'all ready? Let's see how this does. This should be very interesting. Because again, when I first played this fight on this emulator, my laptop almost exploded and then the game crashed. Because this is one of the Oh, you said something? I didn't see it. Let me look real quick, Tawny. The Talene. Let's see. Speaking of Pokemon, the next match game has another Pokemon rep. I can see the spot going to Meowscada. And yeah, I feel like some Pokemon will get their spot in the game. Because the Pokemon always does. Someone once said Pokemon reps are kind of boring because they're pretty predictable, and I kind of agree. They kind of have that Fire Emblem energy where it's very clear the newest popular Pokemon is gonna get the spot. So it kind of feels a little boring in that regard. But they're not the worst thing ever because Pokemon tend to be pretty unique from each other in terms of animation and moves and stuff like that. So it's not the worst thing. It's not as annoying as how Fire Emblem characters got due to being so similar to each other, but I can understand those who don't like Pokemon reps either. Oh boy, the game it might be about to explode, y'all. Let's see. Let's see how well it runs. Here we go. Ooh, it's lagging. It's lagging. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, it was definitely lagging there. But it's actually running. I'm surprised. So when I have to stream one of the stronger 3D games, it probably won't go as well. So that's interesting to note. Between yeah, Kirby finales are so insane, bro. I can't even pick a favorite. Like when I first experienced Star Dream for the first time, that was easily my favorite because of how absolutely bonkers that finale felt. But then you got Star Allies, and everything about that is crazy. And I also like the Sectonia finale. But Forgotten Land, that finale is just on another level. Like that finale is just on another level in terms of the absolute madness that happens. Nightmare, that one was a little. I also like that one. I wouldn't like put it in my top five per se in terms of Kirby finales per se, but I also like that one just because I have an attachment with Kirby's Adventures specifically. Where is his weakness? So I think this is the one where it's on his back. So I gotta go around. Yeah, I'm not tripping too much on Earthbound because the series needed to end at that specific point. But I still do miss it, and I still do wish Mother Free would get a chance to get localized. But it's a whole other topic. It's not even so much that Mario Kart itself killed it. It's just Nintendo didn't have interest in continuing that specific series alongside Mario Kart, and not because like, oh, Mario Kart, we need to put all resources into Mario Kart because Mario Kart has its own team. They could theoretically get another team to do F Zero. They just have no motivation for it. But all right, let's jump in the Fort Terminal and see how this part runs. More and more people not liking it for some reason. I don't really care. I will say I do not look forward to when if Mother Free gets localized and some people try to up with the hot takes that it was never good or anything. I do not look forward to that crap. I do not need Twitter's input on one of my favorite games of all time, please. And yeah, everyone gangsta till the Kirby final boss comes out and all this madness happens. Y'all don't know the intricacies of Kirby lore. It's madness. But I'm not playing the whole fight. Y'all know how this goes. I just want to see how well it would run. But yeah, I think that is it for the stream tonight. Overall, I'd say that was pretty successful. Again, I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight. It means a lot. Seems like the game runs pretty well in terms of streaming it, so maybe I'll stream it some more or play some other games and stuff like that. And yeah, don't get me started on how Kirby discussion can be sometimes when people who don't like Kirby as much are in on it. It can be madness, but I'm done for tonight. Thank you for coming out. Shout outs to the Talene, to Mygo, to Gani. Thank you very much for coming out to the stream. Next time, I will hopefully be able to give a heads up to my next stream so that more people can hopefully join us and it can be a little more fun so that I'm more prepared. This was just kind of more of a test stream. So thank y'all for coming out. Good night. Peace out.